I swear to God, if my internet is going to continue throwing a fit, I'm going to kill somebody.
I mean,
I could just be Ensign tonight. That sounds like fun.
Just be sounds like fun.
I don't want to play the cleric. No, get me out of here.
What's going on?
What's wrong with playing the cleric, Darren?
The cleric is badass, Darren.
I played Tempest Cleric, Grave Cleric. I love clerics. I just don't want to play the cleric in this one.
Why? Because she's only got 8 HP right now?
No, because I'd have to heal my own dumbass.
At least you admit
Valid. Very valid.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are the Unlucky Rollers. We are on episode 16 of our Tyranny of Dragons campaign. Last week was interesting. Everybody's world got rocked. Well, not everybody's, but Vess's for sure did. We'll talk about that in the recap here shortly.
Fuck.
Everything was fine and boring last week. I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing exciting happened. No
lots of exciting
rocked.
things. Lots of exciting things happened. I remember a succubus totally macking on you and making Jensen jealous. I remember, there was a lot. There was a lot. I remember a tattoo just randomly showing up on somebody's arm. Yeah, there was a lot. Just call me Pow. Pow.
Half the party almost died.
I am going to assume, Pow, that you got a gift sub at some point, and that is how you are subbed. Don't ask me after that. Before we get into the evening, I want to just bring a little bit of attention to our Extra Life. We are part of Extra Life, raising money for BC Children's Hospital. We are at the goal of $225 currently. A couple of things with the Extra Life fundraiser. So for every $5 that is donated, we will be giving out even more inspiration to our lovely crew. And that inspiration will be in the form of being able to, basically just roll advantage.
You know what we forgot, or I forgot? I didn't change the overlays.
Oh, yeah, you did not. Also,
no, that's on me. My bad.
One thing that these inspirations can also do, if you do a $5 donation, is the players can use that if they get the inspiration from that donation, can actually use it to impose disadvantage on the DM. So I will be updating the menu tracker here in the next couple of days, but there will be a new column. So if you guys get the inspiration from our Extra Life donations, you guys can actually use it to impose the disadvantage on me. So that is how that is going to work. So yeah, donate away and make my life hell. Already more than it already is.
We could have really used that imposing disadvantage last week, just saying.
What? When the bomb went off, or when the succubus drained you for everything you got?
Both. All of it.
Yes.
You can't impose disadvantage on a DM for a saving throw. You can't even get advantage on a saving throw in combat. It doesn't work that way. Unless it's for something that your character has the ability for. Other than that, all of our music and ambient sounds are brought to you by Syrinscape, so go check them out for all of that. They offer, for I think it's 20, $22 a month Canadian, I think that is.
Every 2 months.
Yeah, every 2 months, $22 Canadian, and it is everything. You have access to the entire library. Tens of thousands of sounds. You can make your own moods. You can make your own sound sets. You have access to all the D&D stuff, the cyberpunk stuff, the carbon. There's so much. Just go check it out. Syrinscape.com. We are on YouTube. Darren, who is doing a fantastic job doing all of our editing, has the first 12 episodes up, as I have not sent him the other 3. So, 4.
Before after this one.
Well, before after this one, exactly. I'm a horrible person and don't get it to them in time. So they'll be up when they're up until such time as we actually come up with a proper release schedule on YouTube. You guys can also follow all of the action that you've missed in the Twitch videos below. I have them back up and on Twitch for you. So go ahead and check that all out. If you want a link to our YouTube, you can go and type !YouTube in the chat. That'll get you, I think it's YouTube. I cannot remember my own commands. Last but not least, we have a couple of merch stores. You can type in !merch and !dagger, which will bring you to 2 different merchandise stores. One is more D&D specific. One is for all of the Unlucky Rollers podcast merch. I am working on getting some more cool things added to it, but until then, you guys have access to mouse pads, desk mats, coffee cups, t-shirts, hoodies. Yeah. One of these days, I will also remember to send you guys all your little advertisements so that I don't have to do all of this and sound like a complete and utter twat. And one of these days, I'll actually sit down with Darren and figure out how I want my intro video to look so that we can do that now and then go into recap. But until then, I believe Darren for the second week in a row is doing a recap as he rolled a 9. So, take it away, my friend.
I don't wanna.
Too bad. Blame the dice.
No. Last episode we were all, hanging out in this like staircase hallway. And there was these berserkers, like Detrosa, and then we got into a fight. Everything got weird, and he wanted to fight me one-on-one. I was like, nah, there's everybody here. I'm not that stupid. And that took a lot out of everybody. Well, Zana turned into a hyena again, scares the crap out of some people. Then I go to behead this SOB, and he explodes like a bomb. A lot of us get knocked out. I wind up with this weird, like, 5-pointed star with, like, some iridescent, like, blue ink tattoo. Not knowing what it does, kind of feeling all charged up from this shit. We're all fucked up at this point, like, real messed up. Some people go looking on. And then apparently this lady Mondat bitch shows up and it's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. What you seek is not here. And we're just like, well, fuck you. She leaves and then they go looking and it's like, oh, we think we found Kyo's wife. And they go and like, oh, is this Kyo's wife? And it's like, nah, it's a succubus. And he convinces Kyo to start hurting people. And like people come back and run and say, hey, help. Like, we got a problem. And, like, people go in, like, sucks the life out of us. Like, it's a fucking shit show. Everybody's real screwed up. Real screwed up. I didn't even want to get into the fight. I was chilling. No, but I had to go looking. A fucking succubus. So, yeah. I know. And then Dick Nut shows up. It says he's something about like demigod shit. It's like, I don't got time for this nonsense right now. I want to go to bed. I'm so fucking tired.
This totally is word for word recounting, Sam. Combat followed by more combat, followed by a succubus fucking everyone's day up, and then Elandra's coming in and fucking everybody's day up even more. Well, maybe one more so in specific than the rest, but that is for them to figure out. So,
that's my recap. There you go.
So you guys, as we kind of came to a close last week, Elandra's kind of dropped the bomb on Vess that he'd kind of been watching over her for years. And that, yes, he was, in fact, a lesser god, and that she, in fact, may or may not be chosen and have no choice in her path of life, and that this is all just fate. And then Elandris turned around and he looked at Kaith and said, you need to remember. And that is where we will pick it up this week. With Elandris looking at Kaith saying, you need to remember.
All right. How am I sounding, by the way? Because I'm really hoping my connectivity is starting to, like, stabilize itself.
Well, your mic sounds great. Your camera's off, but that's okay. We'll deal with that.
Yeah, it's really annoying me because there's no reason that my internet should be slowing down this
No.
much constantly. So I'm going to have to yell at my internet service provider about that.
So,
Anyways,
Case, to save yourself some bandwidth, do you want to just kill your camera for the night and we can put your character token up just to make it easy, or what do you want to do?
yeah, probably should because like half time I'm robotic, half time you guys are robotic. So yeah, we'll just put my character token up.
Mr.
'Kay.
Roboto, domo domo.
Give me
Domo.
1 second here while I get that sorted for you. I know that his character token is up in the top right, but at least this is something. Sorry about all the technical difficulties this week, guys. It's been definitely one thing after another for us.
I literally had perfect internet like right before joining. That's the worst part about this.
It's all good, man. It happens. It happens. There.
It always happens when I'm about to play a D&D.
It
Okay.
knows.
Yeah.
They know. I want to take their kneecaps. I won't accept this. The kneecaps will
Unacceptable
belong to me.
behavior.
All right.
So-
So did I just freeze?
No, you're good.
We can hear you.
I think my internet it just keeps dropping. What the hell is going on with my internet? Like I keep watching it drop from like full to 1, just nonstop. And I don't know why it's freaking out like this.
Did you do a router restart?
On internet connection.
I
Yeah, one's already been done. I have to go do another one.
Okay, give me 1 second
This
here.
is actually unprecedented. This is actually kind of not good at all.
Okay, 1 sec. Putting us back on the Be Right Back screen, guys. Sorry about this.
That's why it took me so long to get it fucking reconnected.
So no one's a robot. Fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's so much better than it was. Where the fuck?
That's what I love to hear.
Where to put my dice? Oh yeah.
All right, so we
Sorry
are.
about that, everybody.
No worries, no worries. It's been a technical difficulty night for everybody, and not that you know of exactly.
One of us dies.
All right, so we are going to start off with Elandris looking at Kaith after laying on the whole fate thing to Vess. Kaith, you must remember.
Remember, Keith does. Keith, what's the name of the barbarian holding Keith up again?
That's Keo.
Keo. Keo, you can put me down now.
Keo gently puts you back down on your feet. Are you sure, friend? You look like you're one breath away from being toppled over and dying.
Yeah, this is actually kind of important. And so
Keo will keep an arm kind of like underneath your shoulder socket and like kind of hold you up just in case.
Thank you, Keo. And Keith will walk over to Elandris and grab his arm. He'll bring it up so that way it's visible to pretty much everybody. And pull up his sleeve.
And to those of you that are in the room looking, you will see the same 5-pointed star-like tattoo. However, all 5 of the points are colored with this silvery white, flowing liquid, almost looking iridescent color.
Really happy mine doesn't look like that.
It's the mark of Tiamat.
Well, this one isn't, but
Well,
not anymore.
yeah, it's. Keith will look over to Ensign. It's what the mark is used to corrupt champions. It's like a big fuck you to Bahamut.
So what I'm getting is I'm supposed to be corrupted.
I think that's what Tiamat wants. I don't know if you're one to want to listen to Tiamat.
She's got a lot of, put it that way,
A lot of what?
a lot of work to do.
You know, I said the same thing when the mark showed up on my arm 1,400 years ago.
Whoa. That's it.
It's quite elderly, I must say. You look good for your age, though. Impressive.
I mean, being a god has its perks, I guess.
I imagine it would. But Keith, what are you saying? Are you saying that in a past life you were a champion? That you were corrupted?
I don't think.
Keith, you, as this comes, as this is happening, you another flashback kind of comes to you. You remember guiding Alandris to the bottom of a huge expanse of stairs, and Alandris, looking very frail and beaten, battered and bruised, started to make the climb up the stairs.
Not me. It was Alandris. And it's foggy, but like Kate's gonna look at Alandris, like, and then he looks pretty good right now.
Oh yeah, no, he definitely doesn't look frail, beaten, battered, bruised. He looks in very good health, quite young looking, other than his ashen complexion and black hair that has looked like he probably hasn't showered in a few weeks, but
Elandris, how much do you remember? The last memory that I have of you.
I cannot
You were
tell you
near
that.
dead.
I cannot tell you that. You have to figure that one out for yourself, Keith. That is why you're here.
Well, there was a staircase.
Yes.
And we were there.
Yes, there was.
Like, Kate is going to like actively like try to recall more. Just comes foggy, clouded.
You don't, at this point, remember anything else at this exact moment. You just remember that
else.
Alandris was marked. His was red at the time. And then the next thing you remember is the stairs. He was crawling up the stairs. You were actually barred entry to that staircase. It's like there was an invisible wall stopping you from climbing. And the next thing you remember is you remember what you see now. Who knows how long afterwards, but the same tattoo being filled with not red on the one talon like the blue is on Ensign's, but all 5 points with the shimmering silvery white flowing ink. Like it literally looks like water but of a silvery white color, and it's on all 5 of the points. You feel that there's significance to the staircase and what is now on Elandris's arm, but you're not able to make out what it is.
Hopefully more comes back to me. I remember I wasn't able to follow you on that staircase. Landers.
I wish I could tell you more, but this is for all of you to figure out. This will be your journey eventually. As Ensign will also need to make that climb.
I can only assume it has something to do with Bahamut.
Okay, you guys are talking a lot about stairs. How many?
A
As
lot.
far-
Right now?
No, not right now.
Oh, thank fucking.
You know, you're quite fixated on stairs. I'm a lot more concerned with this one being 1400 years old, and then learning that Keith was with him at some point. Can we at least know how long ago you climbed the stairs? Elandris.
It felt like days, maybe weeks,
No,
maybe months.
how long ago?
Oh,
Not how long it took you.
Over 1400.
I don't want to climb
Yeah,
stairs.
1400 years ago.
1400. Catering just like blinks several times and says, "All right, well, Keith, I cannot say that you look as youthful. 1400 years has, well, frankly, man, you look like a corpse, but
I mean, I kind of have to agree with her.
I mean, I also didn't climb the stairs. So
no, but you were there 1400 years ago. apparently.
yeah, it's something along the stairs, allowed all this to happen. Who knows? I have to know more. Who knows? Maybe another explosion will jog my memory.
Was Tiamat trying to rise also 1400 years ago?
She's tried to rise many times.
It's a lot.
I think we have a counter board back at the Hell Hall.
Oh,
Only been there once.
well, she's
She-
persistent.
she's
She's
a
that.
She's a dragon. So I mean, it's I feel like Tiamat's not content with being in one spot. She wants more.
As all conquerors do.
All right, well, let's get out of here.
I do not believe you guys are in any shape to be making that journey out of this cave anytime soon, but
Oh,
Was it not here just a moment ago who said we needed to go and leave? Or am I just very, very tired?
I mean,
Look, I'll
leaving
sleep
is
here. I don't care.
I mean, if it's
leaving
safe to
is
sleep here.
is I mean, leaving is definitely something that you guys need to think about. However, how do you think that Keith and Vess are going to make it out of here alive?
He does have a point. I'm very loud.
Elandris, on your way in here, did you happen to see a wizard in, no, I don't know, red robes? Malzana said something about that.
Yes, he was here.
Was here. So he's not anymore.
From what I was able to gather in my raven form, he is heading north with the rest of the cult members to join up with his brethren.
Shit. Always one step ahead of me, always. It's fine.
I'm gonna make a point. These two, I'm gonna point to Keith, I'm gonna point to Bess. look like they can't even take a flick to the nose.
Please don't try it.
No, I'm not going to. I'm fucking tired. Or I would. Just to see if I'm right. We have this alcove. Why don't we just set up in here? One way in. Small area. I'll take watch. As long as I can. I'm okay. I'm just...
Ensign, unfortunately, Hugh, as you say, only one way in, your eyes kind of dart to the other corner and realize there is another hallway out of here.
I'm talking about the alcove that we're in.
Oh,
Not the hall. Like, where's my thing? This area.
Wait, you're proposing that we all snuggle up with the still bleeding corpse of that dead lady?
No, I'll drag it into the fucking hallway.
Are you also going to scrub the cave floor?
No, I think
You got a
we're
bedroll,
first time.
blanket, put that down first. It's warm enough in here. Or they're not
Looks at
getting
the
out of
bloody
here
floor in
alive.
disgust.
Look,
Cover it with some
you don't
damn
want us
dirt.
to clean. Last time we tried to clean, we made things worse.
I am not
What's
on
wrong?
cleaning duty.
Catherine
Allow
absolutely
Bruce to
tries to
laugh
find
at
the
this.
least bloody spot to set herself and her things.
roll me an investigation check.
I am good at that. Cool. I'll do it. What's my investigation? Plus 7. 15.
Yeah. Okay, so as you look, you notice, like, obviously the succubus is kind of bleeding out. That most of the room is now covered with blood. There's like maybe like one tile here, one tile over here, and then the two at the entrance that are not covered in blood.
Pick a 5-foot square at the entrance. I'm also not very hurt by this encounter.
No, I'm not that hurt.
Healing potions do wonders, so thanks to Kyo, even though he is the one that tried to murder all of us.
I said I
Rather
was
recently.
sorry.
Oh no, don't, Kyo, that was just it was a statement, not a judgment.
I feel horrible for what I've done.
You're fine. We've all done shitty things. Stuff happens. You get screwed by people in your brain, makes you do stuff. I think Vess does it to me, but I don't have any proof.
Let's cast lights
Not
on
where
them.
my magic expertise is.
It doesn't mean you're telling me everything.
Well, I'm just gonna find a spot. And quite frankly, I do not care if there is blood everywhere.
I'm gonna squat down near the entrance, take my watch.
Keith will waddle up over to the wall back there and just plop himself down, facing the
Right in
entrance.
the blood.
Yes.
Okay.
It's mostly mine at this point in that area.
Delicious.
And the bodied succubus, who, by the way, is like the body was landed on Balzana and Vess, if I remember correctly.
Sorry. I'm gonna just like
So-
grab it by the like wing and just start to drag it off of them out the hall.
One thing you do notice, the people that are in the room, is that Kiyo's sword is still laying in the blood on the floor. He has not picked it back up. And Kiyo, you watch as Kiyo kind of wanders over here and just kind of sits down away from the party, kind of taking his quote-unquote watch, I guess you can call it, of this hallway, just to ensure that nobody interrupts while you guys rest.
I'm gonna drag the succubus corpse into this corner. Just like go back to where I'm entrance and just sit down.
Hey, Kay, you want to take Keo's sword?
Sorry, where did you say you were putting the succubus's body?
Over here.
Okay. So you've dragged it through the blood. There is no square other than this one now currently that has no blood on it because you dragged it through the blood.
There's no such thing as a clean square.
Not in this cave, anyway.
Have you seen the other room? Man, that motherfucker exploded.
Here, see here. I can go sit in this corner. It's blood free. You can watch this hallway. I can watch this hallway.
Kadreen, you will notice, obviously there's not a lot of furniture in this map, but basically kind of like in this 2x3 square area, there is like an area rug. If you wanted to drag that over into the alcove and put it on top, I don't know.
Oh, Catering would absolutely fucking do that. You watch as Catering just drags a rug across the floor into the entrance of the alcove. Much better.
So Ensign is gonna watch from that corner, Keo is gonna watch from this corner, and Elandris will watch that corner. The rest of you guys are gonna just kind of relax and get a snooze.
I'm asleep
Yep.
already.
I figured as much. I mean, you're beat, you're battered, you're bruised.
Catering will reach a hand into one of her pockets and just mess with a thin silver chain as she slowly drifts off to sleep.
Valzana.
Valzana is still kind of hiding, cuddled in Vess's back because she has not moved since then, kind of clutching the necklace, but she is starting to drift off as the panic goes down.
Okay. I'll get a perception check from you, Ensign, while you are taking your watch.
That's a 19.
Okay. Yeah, your watch, the 2 hours of watch that goes by without too much of a problem. You watch, Keo has been basically maintaining like this almost stonish pose. He's just been kind of sitting cross-legged on the floor, like staring so intently on that hall. Elandris, you watch as he kind of paces back and forth one way, paces back and forth the other way. You watch him disappear up into the tunnel up back towards where you guys had earlier fought. Langdadrosa, the half-dragon champion, comes back. But yeah, your watch goes without hesitation. Nothing happens.
Go back this way. And like tap Cade. Hey,
What?
Cade, your turn.
What? And I'll just
Look, I know
slowly
it sucks,
shove myself up.
but I still
Alright.
don't entirely trust Keo. And Dick not saying he's some form of like demigod really rubs me the wrong way.
It's really strange coming from someone who has deals with not a devil, but like apparently the whole nine hells. So
Yep, all nine
That's pretty
archdevils.
interesting. Right. There was an expression. It's like something like glass houses.
Yeah, I understand the expression, but we all
I'll
have
keep an eye
shitty
on
scenarios.
if it makes you feel better.
I just don't like them in general, okay? We've been over this.
Right, there's a history there. I got it. And I will sit down back against the wall where Ensign was previously stationed for the watch.
I'm like, look at
Keeping an eye out. Even though Ensign doesn't know, my perception's not very good.
the closest to the door. I'm like, look at Keith, pick up his body, drag him over, sit next to us. And then just literally the second my head touches the wall, it's just...
Keith, who did you say you wanted to drag the sword back over to Keo?
Cade had tried to ask Cade, but then Cade walked away.
Got it. So the sword is still in underneath the rug now. Okay.
Yeah. Cade is just sitting on a sword.
We're just trying to hide it under the rug, okay? That's what we're trying to do right now.
Yeah, just went underneath the rug. Nothing happened.
Don't look.
All right. Kadrian, roll me your perception check.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't you know, it's a natural 1 for a 3. My eyes start drifting shut like 5 minutes after my watch.
Yeah, I was going to say, as you are taking your watch, it's so quiet in the caves. You don't hear anything coming, and as you start to nod off, you fall asleep. About sometime in the time that you were sleeping, you are startled awake by the sudden shake of your shoulder.
Is it morning already? I don't feel nearly as rested as I would hope.
Unfortunately, you fell asleep. My patrols have come up with nothing, but I figured you should probably wake up the next.
Great. Well, you'll keep my secret for me, won't you, Alandris? That I was sleeping on the job.
I got you covered.
Appreciated. Oh my god, I can't awake. All right.
That's up to you. I don't think anybody really told you what the watch order was, so go ahead and wake up whoever you want.
The easiest person to reach is in fact Keith, so...
Keith has been up. Keith fully watched you fall asleep on your watch.
How could he watch me fall asleep if I was in this corner? Can he see through walls?
His head's over on the other side.
But
anyway,
Keith, can you roll me a perception check to see if you
Perception.
maybe heard what Alandris was saying to Kadrian?
Now that I cannot guarantee. Let's find out. Oh. 21.
Yeah, you heard every word of it.
I just
watch.
muttered to Keith, it's your turn to watch.
Alright, and I won't fall asleep like a certain someone.
Absolutely, shut the fuck up. I'm not interested. It's been a long day. Not all of us can be like you. And never sleep. I lay down on my rug.
All right, Keith, where are you going to take your watch up?
I will adjust myself so that way I'm a little bit more forward and see more. I think I'll put myself like right here.
Okay.
And I'll just kind of plop down.
So, same thing. You see, actually, roll me your perception check again.
Yeah. Okay, I was a good roll the first time around. Okay, I get it again. Even better, 22.
Damn.
Yeah. Again, you see the same. You would almost think that Keo is dead. You watch him for like 45 minutes. He hasn't moved.
Does he blink?
Elandris, at some point during your watch, finally went to sleep. But doesn't really look like he's sleeping. Looks like he's more like meditating.
Yeah, like it definitely seems like he's still like aware of his surroundings.
Yep.
I'm more concerned about Keo. Because like it's normal for me to be stock still, like Family Guy death pose.
You also, as you are kind of watching, listening, you hear the sounds of a drake roar, or like not a drake roaring, but like a drake. The sound a drake makes every once in a while, like they kind of squawk a little bit, and it seems to be coming up from the tunnel that you guys had come through.
Shit. Elandris. Elandris, you hear that?
What? Yes.
Drakes.
I'm sure that they're not gonna come in here.
Are you sure?
I mean, no, I am not sure. However,
because we have a very loud individual snoring.
The alcove makes for a good echo chamber.
You know what? Fine. Elandris will walk in, realizing that it's ensign snoring, and you'll stuff a fucking gag in his mouth.
Fuck.
Either shut the fuck up, or you can go deal with the Drake yourself. And he'll walk back out of the room.
Oh, sorry, I know I snore.
Alright, and Kate's just gonna look back over to Keo. Does it still look like he's just not like breathing at all, like not moving?
Still has not moved. Whether he's breathing or not, you're not sure.
Kate's gonna try to like quietly like make his way over to Keo.
As you slowly start to make your way, you can hear the distinct sound of heavy footfalls coming closer.
That's not good. And like Kate's gonna like reach for his glaive and like just kind of like have his hand there ready as he like he's gonna like look at Keo like Keo, if he's alive he'll be fine. I need to let the others know that the Drake's getting a little bit closer because it does. And then Kate's gonna remember, oh yeah, that's right, all the fucking blood.
I get you to roll me a stealth check to see how silently you are doing this.
Oh boy, heavy armor, guys. You ready for this? Oh, first things first, get it in the thing. So first roll, cocked. First roll. Okay, that's all right. Okay, let me look at my stealth modifier. I think it's just a +1. So 2 16s with a +1, so 17.
You are able to quietly make your way over to Keo. You hear the footfalls stop.
I just want to like look at Keo, like I'll put like a hand on like his nose to see if he's breathing.
Roll me an investigation check.
I'm like just burning holes in the back of Kate's head while he does this. Just like
Here comes a -1. 0.
Oh no!
I have a -1. I rolled a 1.
You don't have blood circulating through your body, so if
Like,
he's
I don't feel
breathing on you,
anything.
you don't feel it. Yep.
It's just like,
Oh, damn.
damn it. Kate's just gonna look back at the tunnel. And then be like, I probably shouldn't move anymore.
You see, as you look up the tunnel, You see the retreating back side of a drake of sorts, heading back into the other chamber.
Okay, he'll just kind of stay put where he is. Okay, do I see like Ensign like, losing his mind?
I'm just like miming in the corner where I was like woken up, and I know it's a problem, so I'm just like eyeballing you as you do this, like, fuck.
As Ensign's miming, I roll over half on top of it and pin half his body down.
Kate's just gonna do 2 thumbs up towards Ensign. like kind of saying like, we're good.
Kate, you will have seen as Alandris kind of slips through the shadows and out to the corridor to do something.
And, I just walk. He's walking out there. Just.
I'm gonna slowly start to like push Bess off. Like, hey,
Stop moving so fucking much.
You'll also have difficulty with moving Bess because Falzana has now like moved closer because she was like no.
I'm like do the wiggle out at the same time.
So wiggly. Oh,
Get off.
30 minutes goes by, your watch is almost up, Kaith, and you see Alandris finally return.
How are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, now I'm sticky.
Alright, so yeah, I'll take your word on that. I don't have any reason not to. I'm not sure about our friend here, though.
What'd you say?
I'm not sure about our friend here, though.
Not sure about Keo.
Yeah, Keo, he's...
Oh,
I'm not the right person to figure out if he's alive or not.
Somebody's dead? What the?
Best
I've
go to
only
sleep.
ever
Go to
slept
sleep.
like one time.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Oh god, the dogs don't like that I'm whispering so much.
Then stop fucking moving. And I go back to sleep.
Alandris will walk up to Keo, and as he comes around, kind of looking at the front of him, he sees that his eyes are wide open. He kind of, leans down a little bit, looks back up at you, Kaith. He's fine. And he will actually go back to his little corner, go back into his little cross-legged meditative state, and shut his eyes.
Kate's just gonna go back to the alcove now that he knows that Keo's okay.
Fine, I'll hunker back down in the blood.
Alright, we're all good. For a second, I thought all the blood was attracting the Drake, but looks like we were fine.
It's fine, but next time, just come and tap me awake. I know I snore. Don't let somebody just gag me. That's a terrible way to wake up.
You know what? Snoring is one thing, but fucking talking all night is another. Shut the hell up!
Thank you. Fuck.
Says. She rolls over.
You have no right to talk.
Sorry.
The last 30 minutes of your watch goes by. You guys have about 2 more hours left. Who are you waking up, Kaith?
No. It's kind of a tie between the druid and the cleric.
We've both technically gotten 4 hours.
I did it with 5 health. So can the cleric.
Yes, so can the cleric. Yes.
What? Didn't you just tell me to go the fuck back to sleep?
Also, while Kaith is trying to do that, Falzana's gonna reach her hand up and start swatting at him.
It was a half an hour.
It's your turn for watch.
God. And I sit up. Oh, sleeping is awful. I haven't truly slept out of a trance in God knows how long.
No, stop, no.
Ensign, it's my turn. Stop it.
Fine.
I'll wiggle out of Falzana's grip.
Who has sat up abruptly, like at the raise the just.
Oh, hello.
Welcome to the land of the living.
What happened?
Nothing.
Oh.
Just keeping watch.
Okay.
And he's going to plump stuff against the wall, and his head's just going to go.
I'll creep over all the sleeping bodies, and I'm gonna go right up to Elandris. Is he sleeping?
His eyes are closed. You're not entirely sure if he's sleeping, but you do remember that he is also an elf, so probably not.
I wind up and I fully slap him across the face.
Dude, what the fuck was that for?
Big.
You know exactly what that was for.
Doesn't mean you should have done it while we're in the middle of a fucking hostile cave.
I don't fucking care.
You should. You're a fucking ounce from death. Now sit the fuck down. Shut the fuck up.
I would say please
tell me what to do.
Can I say please care, considering last time we got hurt?
I don't know about you, but I'm perfectly fine. Just because I was sleeping doesn't mean I didn't get my 4 hours in. Fuck you, Elandris. This isn't over. And I walk away.
Elandris goes back to closing his eyes and meditating.
And with that small scuffle, Valzana is now panic braiding Kate's hair.
Kate's not gonna stop you. Like Kate is just gonna continue being like emotionless.
Scoot over to him.
fixes.
Freaking do that. Just
Okay, Vess, roll me your perception check.
Can I just use my passive?
No.
Nope. It's about the only way the DM can screw you when it comes to perception.
It's true. Well, 13 plus 7, so...
About an hour into your watch, you notice Keo, which has been very, very stonic, like just not moving. You thought the same thing for a little while, but being that you're a little bit more adept when it comes to death, know that he's not dead, that there's clearly something on his mind. But you do finally see about an hour in, he does. He just stands up and he kind of walks around the corner out of your sight.
Keo! I get up and I start to follow him. Keo!
Okay.
Where are you going?
He just continues to walk down the hall.
Fuck! Shit! I run back to Elandris and I shake him out of his trance. Slightly more gentle than the slap.
He opens his eyes, he looks at you. What?
Keo's taking off. I need a set of eyes open for just a moment.
Oh, now you want my help? You slapped me and now you want my help?
Fuck you, just stay awake for like 5 minutes. And I run off. I try and chase after Keo.
As you make your way into this like area, you see that it is lined with a few different beds. There are some weapons, some armor that have kind of been, strewn about the place. Not in any organization. That's kind of just, it looks like the people that were in this room kind of left in a hurry.
Okay, can I catch up with him?
Yeah, you just see Keo kind of go up to the back wall and just kind of sit down and stare at it.
Facing the wall or facing me?
Facing the wall.
Okay. I come up behind him. I just put my hand on his shoulder. Do I get a reaction?
No, you do not.
Is he sitting on a bed?
Yeah.
I sit down next to him and put my hands in my lap. There are very few things that I would not do for Ensign in this world. There are very few people I would not murder in cold blood for him. However, that would be by my own volition. I believe what happened to you was not a choice.
Doesn't change anything.
I disagree. I think it changes everything.
I am a keeper of my promises. I'm a keeper of my oaths, and I am a guardian of many. And what happened here tonight, it should never have happened to me. I let you all down. I promised you that I would, help you, protect you, be a comrade of yours, and the sword that I used to help you also drew the blood of so many of your friends. I cannot in good conscience continue on this path knowing what that sword means to me.
It's true. I'm not going to deny that. However, your mind was rather twisted by a powerful magics. I'm not sure anyone but yourself will blame you for that. Certainly not anyone in this group that you've promised yourself to for now. I understand a certain attachment to weapons. So if the sword meant something to you before now, I'm sorry. But if it's what it means to you now as a result of what happens, and I look around and see the many weapons in this room, I would be happy in assisting you in picking out a new weapon, should you require it, and start you on a new path. That I know a great deal about, new paths.
Kyo just kind of looks up at you, or looks at you, looks back, looks down at his bloodied hands, and says, "A weapon will never, ever do me any good any longer. There is more to just a sword, that sword, than just a means of protection, a means of salvation. That sword has a story. And I
worry.
did not... The actions tonight caused that sword to not fulfill its end of our deal.
I take a moment of quiet before reaching down and ripping a corner off of my skirt. And if he'll let me, I will take his hands and begin to clean the blood from them in the quiet.
Yeah, he doesn't stop you.
And not until the first hand is clean and I move on to the second do I speak again.
Okay.
If a sword or a weapon is not what you need to continue, then perhaps I've asked the wrong question. What path is it that you wish to be on now, if you cannot continue on this one?
You see, therein lies the qualms of this problem. That sword belonged to a man that I saved 10 years ago. On a road north of here, between Waterdeep and Dragonspear. The man was attacked viciously by many armed men, and when he was stricken down by them, I ripped them all limb from limb, and on his dying breath he said, "You will be the Oathkeeper. Furthermore." And since that day, I have taken that to mean that I would protect any and all people that hurt the innocent, that hurt wanderers, that hurt the people unable to protect themselves. That sword gave me radiant energies that I knew nothing about. And I don't believe that any sword or any weapon could ever do what that weapon did for me in the protections of all that I have come to protect this last decade. If it's not for that weapon, I don't want another.
And you refuse to take the weapon back?
It's not that I refuse to take the weapon back, it's that the weapon refuses to have me.
Oh, and you've asked it already? Have you?
Yes. You saw the glowing light that it offered every time I struck that of an evil alignment, yes?
And it will not do that anymore?
It doesn't seem so. It's told me that it will not. Because I am the evil one now.
For becoming enchanted?
Say that again, sorry?
For becoming enchanted, you're evil?
That's what the sword tells me.
Fuck that sword. What, you make a mistake and suddenly you lose everything?
That sword has
Bullshit.
No, the sword has very powerful magics.
The sword is an asshole.
Go tell that sword yourself.
I certainly will. But we're not finished yet. I will happily tell the sword to go fuck itself. You're a mortal man. It is in your nature to make mistakes and to learn from them. If it will not give you the opportunity and the space to learn from your mistakes, I would say it's not worth your time and your devotion. You're not a god. It shouldn't treat you as such.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you aren't.
You won't know unless you continue on, if I'm right or not.
you guys, you and your friends would still have me, even though you don't know if this would happen again.
You know, I was half asleep when they were talking about it, but I'm pretty sure they already said they wanted you to come along.
I think they're just saying that because they
I
are
think
being
you have
nice.
selective hearing. And I stand up and I hold my hand out. Come with me and tell me how to talk to the sword. I'm going to tell it to go fuck itself for you.
All right. Kyo takes your hand. He
And
kind
I'll lead him hand in hand back to go find the sword and tell a magic sword to go fuck itself.
So at this point in time, the 8 hours has come up. The rest of you guys can all take a long rest. Ensign, Cade, Keith, and Valzana, you all, depending on when you want to wake up or how you wake up or who wakes up first, but you all realize that Vess is nowhere to be found.
Oh, I will be sleeping right through that.
I figured as much.
Yeah, Ensign's trying to get some nappage in.
We're rested for my 4 hours.
After
Ensign.
finishing Kate's hair.
Please, Ensign, can you please do me a favor and roll me 2 Constitution checks, please?
2 Constitution checks?
Yes.
Okay. Number 1. 19. 6.
Oh,
The duality of man.
All right, so I will come back to those 2 numbers later. You said
Oh,
a 19
crap.
and a 6.
Yep.
Thank you.
don't
All
like
right, what were the
that.
rest of you doing?
That's concerning.
After finishing Kate's hair of panic breeding, Balzana has now kind of over the corner noticed the sword that's still laying there.
It's being sat on by Kadrian.
What?
It's under the rug.
It's
Oh,
under the rug.
yeah.
Like, it's been bothering Kate. It's just like, Kadrian, I have a question for you. How is that
I
comfortable?
roll over and get sort of poked with a sword.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to. You've been sitting on that for hours. Truly, it has been hours.
I was
I've just
sleeping
been waiting
on
for
that.
you. I can
Actually-
really get uncomfortable enough to throw it off underneath, but you just
It's been a long day. It feels like a rock until it pokes you in the rib. And I'll move my rug, look at the sword. You know, this is a really nice sword. Not
And if
my
you
style
guys-
at all, but
And if you guys look in Discord, I just sent you a picture of what the sword looks like.
oh shit. I have too many Discord notifications to notice. Oh,
why won't my Discord open? That's rude.
You might have to open it from the taskbar on your start menu. If you closed it, sometimes it sticks in the tray icon, or the system icon, system tray, sorry.
No, it's good. It opened. It was just being slow.
It's just being Discord.
Well, after promptly seeing the sword, Balzana's gonna kind of crawl over people and go over to it and poke it.
it's just a sword. Kate's just gonna pick it up. I mean, it's a great sword. Kate knows how to use martial weapons.
Don't pick that up.
Keith, you say you actually pick it up?
Yeah, Kate will pick it up.
So as you pick it up,
Oh no.
you feel a searing pain shoot through your arm.
Kate
You
will
feel-
immediately he'll let people know he's hurting.
As you feel the pain, you feel the torment and the torture of all of the souls that have come in contact with this sword. You can hear, but you feel also the evil of each one of these souls that this sword has trapped inside of it. You know that the sword is a prison of sorts of bad people, I guess is the easiest way to put it. As soon as you grab it, you do you feel the pain, but the pain starts to subside very, very quickly with you.
Put that down, Keith.
Don't touch this.
Put it down. Jeez.
I don't know what your problem was with it. I was sleeping on it the whole night. Well, not the whole night.
Well, you were on top of a rock, and Keith will gently set the sword down.
Goodness.
What's wrong with it? Is it cursed? Is that what it is? I read about cursed items once.
Roll me an insight check, Keith.
Oh boy, here we go. Insight. What's the wisdom modifier again? Insight. Oh, it's just straight D20. I'm gonna grab a D6 to add on to this. Let's hope I roll good. Well, I don't know if a D6 is gonna help me here. 6.
Yeah, for all intents and purposes, you think it's cursed.
It definitely felt cursed.
Whether it's cursed good or cursed bad, you really don't know.
I mean,
you just think it's cursed.
And it hurt a lot when I held it in my hand proper. I heard screams.
That's what you get for grabbing somebody else's weapon.
That isn't normally what happens when you grab someone else's possessions.
I've grabbed Ensign's sword a lot of times. It has never hurt me.
Exactly.
Well, that in itself is very
interesting. I want to pick up the sword.
Oh my gosh. Balzana at this moment, well, she was
I want to do an arcana check on the sword.
How are you grabbing it?
Balzana. I was about to say it was
by the hilt. Sword.
All right. So as you grab the hilt, you feel the same sensation course through you, the sheer terror and the pain of these tortured souls. But you can you feel the inherent evil that is imprisoned within the sword. You, however, cannot hold on to it for nearly as long as Keith could, and it unfortunately you end up just having to drop it.
What are you guys doing?
And at that moment, Balzana will take off the blanket that she always has around her waist and like very carefully wrap it around the sword and kind of like hold it like that. And she's just gonna be like, no one touches the sword anymore. God, the very weapon that nearly killed me.
Keith's gonna look at Ensign like, we should probably slide it more towards the entrance.
Holding it now.
Because I'm gonna go take it back to Fluffy Buns.
He's
Who?
dealing, Keo. I think he's dealing with a lot right now.
Fluffy.
And also,
Are we all going to get terrible nicknames like that from her?
Yes.
Well, he turned into a bear with a fluffy booty, so like that. And I don't remember his name.
All right, just call me Batwings, I guess. Like, I don't. We all have names, but that's fine.
Okay,
You guys hear?
Bess, Ensign.
You guys hear the footsteps of Keo and Vess coming down the hallway and into the main chamber of this room while you guys are all talking.
All right, Kia, where's the sword?
And
Where did you
Balzana's
drop
going
it?
to get up and go, the sword, I have your sword.
That is
Very
a
good.
very nice sword. It is.
And I walk over and I take it from Velzana.
Just the whole blanket and everything. She's like,
Roll
be
me a
careful.
Constitution check, Vess.
Oh, Jesus.
Be careful. It's
Well,
not
it's
something
wrapped in it's wrapped in a blanket.
Dirty 20.
How are you grabbing the sword?
Well, if it's fully wrapped in the blanket.
It's not fully wrapped. It's just the blade is, so she can hold the blade part. She's
So
not
you're
touching
holding
the
onto the blade so the hilt is exposed?
blade. Yeah. And if
I
you
know how
go
to handle
for it,
a weapon.
I grab
If you
go
I
for it.
grab
She's
the
gonna like
hilt.
jilt backwards.
So,
No.
as you come in contact with the sword, you feel the pain of the tortured souls. You feel all of it, but you don't actually like physically feel the pain like Keith and Valzana did.
Kadri.
You can discern from this sword that it is a prison for the souls of the treacherous, the souls of the damned, the souls of the evil incarnate. As you can see, like now that you're taking a good look at the sword is very black. It's got a runic encryption up the side of it. It's got a nice, very black, shiny hue to it that you've never seen before. As you come in contact with the sword, you hear it yell out. You hear it kind of like yell out to you, like you feel a connection to it. Oath must be kept. Oath must be made. Sacrifice.
Do I get the sense that I can talk to it?
Insight.
Okay. Ooh, what's my insight now?
I feel this is gonna go bad.
It's gonna be fine.
Bullshit.
Oh wow. 26.
Not bad.
You have this gut feeling that you could try and talk to it.
Great. So what do you all see is I grab this sword. I look so angry and am just standing silently holding this sword. It's such a ridiculous image. So I talk to it in my head. Yes, I know all about the oath. Your oath is bullshit. Is this what you've been putting on Keo all this time?
I am bared by those that do not damn themselves. Keo has done this to himself.
What, for looking for his wife?
No, by thinking he is not good enough to hold me, to bear me, to wield me.
So you punish those who self-flagellate?
I did not punish anyone or anything. Keo is the one punishing himself.
Guy sounds like an asshole.
You can't hear any of this.
I'm saying that in the meta format.
That's just Ensign talking in his sleep.
Yeah, right.
Dick. Jackass.
Nuts.
Asshole. Dick nuts. No.
Hey,
Well, he's
glad-
punishing
I'm
himself
glad one of
through
us is
you.
okay.
So ergo, you're helping to punish him.
no. You see, I can only be wielded by those that are true to themselves. So long as he believes that it is his fault, or he feels like he has broken his oath, he cannot hold me, he cannot use me. This is his choice, no one else's.
Fine, but if he were to forgive himself, would you go back to him?
I do not think you understand what I am trying to say.
Clearly
It is
not.
my choice. It is his. I am but a weapon forged in the Elisandrite metals. And yes, you would hear the root of the word Elasan, or you could incite it passively as Elosian metals.
Great. Wonderful. So, I suppose we just hold on to you then. and Keo hopefully gets his shit together. Well, I did promise him that I would call you a name, so I'm going to call you a name. You're an asshole, regardless of what you say. You've given this poor man a complex. So, also, I just don't really like your tone in general.
You feel a surge you feel a surge of pain through your hands.
I hold on still.
I'll Constitution check.
Okay, I'm really bad at those. The dirty 20 was a one-off. I can take a picture of it, but I rolled a 19 21. Plus 1. So a dirty 20. Just from sheer force of stubbornness, I'm trying to hold on to this thing.
Your sheer force of will and stubbornness is going to earn you 2 points of damage. Unexpected.
That's fine.
As you continue to try and hold the sword. You can insight this as the sword feels like you are not worthy of holding it any longer, and it does not like being insulted. It is pure and holy in all ways that it can possibly think it is. It is of the most good alignment. At least that's what it thinks it is. This is a sentient sword.
Yeah. So I feel the pain and take the damage. So we do have a bit of an attitude then. And at this point, you all see Vess is holding onto the sword. She has one hand on her hip. She's so clearly having a conversation.
I've
Vess?
been holding onto that sword for a very long time.
I'm having a conversation. Fuck this sword. It's an asshole. And because I called it a name, it's trying to hurt me and claim that it's all sorts of high and mighty, like the world exists in black and white.
The thing is, I think your
craziness level has officially gone above 80.
Yeah, I want to say it's trying. It actively is. Your hand, it is burning.
Oh no, I can feel it.
Why don't you just put it down? Then
let go.
I don't think you're hurting the sword.
Oh, I'm not trying to hurt the sword. I'm trying to have a conversation. I promised Keo I would. So, does anyone have a bag or an extra hold for this sword?
I conjure all of my weapons, so...
I only have my blanket that I have it wrapped in.
Keo will pull the scabbard for the sword off of the belt clip and hand it to you.
Very good. Thank you, Keo. And I take it and I sheathe the sword. And I turn back to Keo. My position remains the same. Fuck that sword. However, apparently, your feeling of unworth is what keeps you from being able to wield it. Should you wish to heal yourself, mentally or otherwise, it's my belief that the sword will be yours once again.
Interesting. Keo will reach out and try and hold the scabbard. He'll hook it back to his belt loop if you'll let it go.
Yeah.
And he'll just leave it there.
When you're ready to try again, should that time come.
Not to be a person who butts into a whole bunch of things, but what the fuck is going on?
That sword, I think, chooses its wielder.
Okay, he was wielding it fine before. Did my blood taint it and tick it off?
You weren't the first one to touch it.
How is Keo doing with this weird conversation about very private things that he feels?
Keo is looking at his feet currently.
I rather think that is a personal matter. Was there discussion of leaving today?
I fucking hope so.
Yeah, can I just say one thing? Like, I hold it for a few moments. And while the pain was initially there, it just subsided for me. You have wielded that sword for, what I can tell, a long time. That you're incredibly strong to just constantly being able to draw that blade. Do you hear the screams every time you draw the blade?
No screams. What screams are you talking about?
Your sword is tormented. Severely.
I've no idea what you're talking about.
That's not creepy at all.
Okay, well, since it's a personal matter, I have a personal matter to discuss. Fluffy Buns, I need a hug.
And she just kind of like goes up to
You're
him unannounced.
Fluffy Buns. You're Fluffy Buns.
Keo tries to like back off.
Don't try it. Look at my hair. You're not gonna.
She will start running at you, dude.
Just
Or
accept it.
will.
It kind of.
Just-
Oops. He kind of like backs himself into the wall.
Just accept it.
She's
You
just gonna,
can't get away, my friend.
she's just gonna wrap her arms as much as she can around him and go.
You are a friend, not enemy. We are good.
And he'll like reach around you and like
You get used to it. Trust me.
pat.
That point,
Are you okay? Is this are we done? And he'll like push you back.
He's making that real awkward, isn't he?
Do you people not know what a hug is?
I imagine it like
I don't think
when I
it's-
woke up in this world, like affection was still kind of foreign to me because I was like figuring things out still. It kind of reminds me of that, where he just doesn't know what to do. It's such a foreign thing to him right now.
Or hear me out, everyone. Perhaps there are people out there who just don't like hugs.
I mean, that's also valid.
Oh, you mean Ensign?
Vest, like.
Well, I was going to be referring to myself. I mean, I'm not actually very easy to hug.
Why are you
It's the whole
assuming that I don't like hugs, Kate?
wing thing?
I just don't take you as a hug guy. I take you more of as a handshake kind of guy.
Might I
Okay.
remind you, we are still in the middle of a
Shut up,
hostile
nuts.
cave.
Nice.
Right.
I'm over here trying not to have a complete breakdown. I just saw death for the first time, and all of y'all keep brushing it off. Like, oh, I just almost died. I stopped breathing for 5 seconds. That was my first time doing that. Jesus, and I'm trying not to have a mental breakdown, and I hear your voice.
Then maybe you guys should keep it the fuck down.
If anything was going to come in here, it would have done it last night with all the blood and the bodies we left in the next room. We didn't exactly move a giant lizard.
He's just gonna look at the succubus's
Case?
body in the corner.
At this point in time, you would remember that a guard drake almost did make its way into your room, and as Balzana said,
Yeah. So, about that. That almost did happen.
Oh, that's
Great
oh, yeah,
way
that's
to
why you
sow
gagged
peace
me.
of mind in the group, Keith. Thank you.
You know, I feel like it's worth reminding that one of those not like the little lizard like dragon guys, but like the dragon dogs almost came in here. I think it honestly just smelling the succubus blood, maybe hearing Ensign snore.
Or the fact that the leader's body is in the next room. They probably saw it dead.
No,
Said,
well,
maybe we should
it-
investigate.
Well, it didn't come all the way in here, so
Well, if it has a brain, I'm assuming it hightails it out of there after seeing their leader's dead.
Oh, I walked. It's actually very actually. Shortly after that, I saw you walk out for a bit. Then you came back. I don't know what you did, but I mean, you went out. You came back undetected. So hopefully, as long as we're not super loud, we won't piss everything off in here.
Before we continue, Dr. Awesome, it's his birthday today, and Dr. Awesome is the man that plays our fighter / necromancer on our Curse of Strahd on Sundays. So, happy birthday, Doc.
Ooh.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Doc.
Happy birthday.
I would try and get everybody to sing happy birthday, but
Oh,
I know
no.
when there is 6 different people in different parts of the world that it doesn't come very well across on the
That
internet.
is
So
terrible.
we're not doing it.
If we sing it, only one of us can sing it.
Yes, exactly.
That's the only way it's gonna
Ensign
sound good.
then.
Oh, Ensign, sing for us,
Yes,
Ensign.
Ensign, sing us happy birthday. Anyways, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No.
Ensign over there with his fancy Shure SM7B, he should be able to sing and sing well.
Yeah, probably.
There you go. At least he admits it.
Again, happy birthday, Doc. I hope you're having a great night. And cheersies to the beersies, as you said. So cheers.
Cheers,
I don't drink anymore.
I keep forgetting my whiskey. Son of a bitch.
All right, we'll get back into this. Sorry. Keith, you were commenting on the fact that Elandris had slipped out.
So it was like saw and just slip out. But over time passed, he came back in. I mean, nothing followed him. So I'm just going to assume, as long as we're not loud, there is still stuff in this cave. It's not going to notice us if we're, if we stay at a indoor volume.
How about silence instead?
Well, no, we need to plan stuff out. I mean, we've all rested. We need to leave.
So how long has Dick Nuts been here?
Oh,
I think the entire time.
I'm not entirely sure why my nickname has just spread through the group as Dick Nuts. However,
I
would
prefer
appreciate
you as your name.
I would appreciate if those of you with any form of respect, as he darts his eyes over towards Ensign, would just call me Elandris, or Lan, or whatever, but not Dick Nuts, please.
I'll call you Lance. It'll be easier for me to remember.
Cannot guarantee anything.
I guess I can drop the
Anyways.
formalities and be cordial.
Anyways, if you are wanting to get out of here, I think we should make our move. I dare say that we will probably have no problems getting out of here.
Oh, that would be
Care of
preferable.
it.
Oh, that's good. Oh,
All right, do we have to go the long way out? Is that the way we came in, or is there like a shortcut or something? I look at
Unfortunately-
Balzana.
ball. Yeah, just look at balls on it.
Oh,
Is there like a
when did
shortcut
we
out of here?
abandon the eggs idea?
Well, Elandris is a god. That works with Bahamut, so we don't actually.
Honestly,
need
I
to-
don't want to be responsible for a dragon egg. I feel like
Yeah,
if
but-
Mondath left them, they might be.
I have a breakdown for 5 minutes,
Not
for a couple of hours, and I missed
spoiled.
something.
So Elandris is a. Elandris, correct me if I'm wrong. A lesser god?
Best way to explain it, yes.
Oh, and he is working with like the Raven Queen and Bahamut. And he let us know that we don't actually need to get the dragon eggs. This was a test for us.
Because the gods like to have
Also,
their laughs. Haha.
Okay.
Yes.
Balzana
Hmm.
and Keith and Vess, Kadrine, Ensign. As you guys as Keith says this, you guys all have this epiphany, I guess is the way to say it, and you're looking at one to each another, and you notice that there's something different about each one of your comrades. Kate's glaive doesn't look like the glaive he had the night before when he was sleeping. He also has a extra ring on his finger that you had no idea that he had before. Kadrine, I believe yours was a ring as well. Kadrine also has a ring on her hand. Ensign, your weapon has changed. Vess's weapon has changed. You guys all now have your new weapons, and they have literally they formed in, like, basically, I guess you would say the blink of an eye, but with everything that was going on, you didn't realize that these changes had happened.
I look immediately at Elandris as soon as I clock this. What did you do to us?
Guys, this thing is huge.
It looks handsome.
I mean, I did nothing. You guys were all on watch. I maintained my distance from all of you. I didn't do nothing.
You know that very well, Vess, considering the fact that you ran over to him and slapped him.
Forgive me for not believing him when he's lied to me for 200 years.
All right, hear me out. Unless you had a bag of holding with him or something. How was he carrying all this shit and we didn't notice?
Oh.
I mean, look, I don't even know if I can
lesser
carry this
gods
fucking
can
sword.
do.
I think when he means lesser god, I think it's more like he's like the butler boy, because I haven't seen him do like anything like big and extravagant, and also we kind of left him earlier when we were doing stuff to leave him behind, and then he didn't show up until after we were basically done with until we got our butts handed to us by the succubus, like some kind of weird spontaneous thing. I think I think they sent the messenger boy, so I don't think he's able to do much.
He's able to do plenty, I'm sure.
No,
He showed himself to me in a prayer, wearing my goddess's face.
Okay, so
That's
he can
real
be an
awkward.
illusion, but that's about as far as he's probably going to go. If he was going to do something epic,
I'm
he
right
also wouldn't.
here, everyone.
You're literally
Okay.
insulting him to his face.
Look, I'm
Oh,
not
I
a part
know.
of
I'm
it.
not insulting. I'm saying facts. Can you do something amazing you've just been holding out on us this whole entire time?
Oh, I can
Or
do this.
are you like
And
about with us?
You know what?
So-
You know what? If this is seriously the way this is going to go, and he will in the blink of an eye, he changes into a raven and flies out of the room.
He gets butthurt real easy.
But you were just sort of insulting him consistently
like-
to his face. I
like
mean,
everything you were saying were.
I know I'm not the
were
most tactful
insults.
person, but
How is
I
that
am.
insulting? Insulting is me coming all the way to the fact that the Raven Queen sent us him instead of something else.
As the party's having this discussion, I want to try and go after him. I'll swallow my pride while they're arguing.
It's,
I guess we're moving.
well, she didn't request us, and she does know. She knows Atlantis better than the rest of us, and I don't have all my memories back yet. So
Vess, you catch up to him pretty quickly. He is back into his regular form, and he's only about 15 feet out the door.
That was quite the show.
Well, I mean, if I'm not welcome, I might as well just leave. Also, Vess, you will notice there are a lot more dead bodies in this cavern than the night before when you guys left it.
I'll look very pointedly at the dead bodies. Thank you for that.
It's nothing. let's just get out of here. Move on. There is so much more you need to all do, and so very little time.
Yes. But you'll have to forgive them. I think I set a rather bad example about you. And I think that they're, in their own way, trying to protect me in some way. And may have formed their own opinions, if tainted by my attitude.
Kate is the only person
You know,
to continue to call him Elandris.
all I did
That
was
isn't
help
true.
them. All I did was help them. I've helped keep you guys all safe. I've fought alongside you all. I've even carved my lip with Ensign, and they've all just made me out to be some sort of demon.
Yes, because I did. Would you please just take the apology? Or do I have to get on my feet and grovel?
As much as I would love to see that, no, you do not.
Good. So, I was rather out of it last night, but you mentioned Elturel?
Ah, yes. I believe the answers you seek are there.
Of course they are.
I cannot. Vess, this is all very, very hard for me. I'm not allowed to help you figure this all out. This is for you and your party to figure out for yourselves. So
Yes, I understand how the divine works in mysterious ways.
The fact that I am even here could jeopardize the entire situation.
I understand.
So if we could all just play nice for 6 more days, it will be out of all of their hairs. You will have the answers you seek. You can continue on without me, and you will never see me again. But until you all return to Elturel, it is my sworn duty to make sure you all get there safe.
All right, then we'll follow you. Thank you, Lan.
Do not call me that. Good God. Why did I ever tell them they could call me that?
What, you don't remember? You don't like remembering our childhood? I'll turn around and
No.
go back to the party.
Your childhood.
Now, DM, how big is this cave?
Which one?
In general, like this, like how big are the passageways that we've come through so far?
So most of the passageways that you've so far come through are all like 5 feet wide. They're nothing crazy. Obviously the chambers open up quite wide. The very initial set of stairs that you guys had walked into from the cave entrance, they're about 10 to 15 feet wide, but for the most part, very narrow passageways opening up to relatively big cavernous cave rooms.
All right. So before Vess has a chance to like return to the group, Kate is just gonna like, oh, also, like I was thinking, like during like my period of inactivity. As soon as we get out, I want to like show you guys something. Something like I'm still figuring out this magic stuff. But I think it's gonna be like really cool.
Okay.
Just as soon as we get out of this cave.
So should I apologize to the Dark One?
I would appreciate it if you did. Yes.
Okay. I guess my family's got a big old difference between insulting than you guys.
I think the Feywild might be a lot different than here, actually.
My parents.
Some of your mannerisms are very... Maybe it's just me.
I got a lot of mine from like watching the guards back at Greenhurst. So like I watched them like insult each other. That's how I figured out a lot of it.
My versions of insults usually had to do with somebody damning them to death. I thought I was stating facts.
That sounds like a curse,
That
actually.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
more like a thing of saying like, I hope you and your whole entire, you're a mistake kind of things, or your whole entire family wishes you were dead and they wouldn't even bury you because they don't have the money to bear on you. That was kind of the insults that like my family said. I didn't think calling him a messenger boy was a bad thing.
Well, I don't.
we've learned something
Like
new.
it would maybe view it this way, Balzana. If would you call your someone who if you believe that you're above someone else, would you take kindly to being called a messenger boy?
Well, my mother said that I was a stepping stool for my siblings to become heroes, and that I better just try really hard not to die. So I assume messenger boy is pretty good.
Did that make you feel good, though?
I mean, she was telling me that all my life. I just kind of assumed it was the truth.
All right, well, that's a lot of family
That's
trauma. I have that too, but it's more that they're absent from my life instead. Anyway, that's not the point of this.
Well,
Let us all
let's
follow
go
Vess
find,
and
let's go find Vess
Alandris
now.
and preferably be quiet about it.
Yeah.
I'll apologize.
I guess Keith like take the lead on following this, unless Ensign wants to take the lead.
I'm still standing there, kind of looking at the size of this goddamn sword, wondering if I can pick it up. Ensign would have stuck his sword in the ground when he went to bed, and so now that it's saying, it's like, it was a great sword. Now it's substantially larger than that. And it's
Ensign, let's go.
Ensign, you reach towards your sword.
Man.
And as you pull it out of the ground, you do so with such relative ease. Like, it feels like it's nothing in your hands.
Okay, this is really fucking awkward, but really fucking cool at the same time. I'm not gonna question this right now. Awesome. Coming! So what are we doing?
Another thing you guys will all need to know about your weapons is, as long as you will them to take shape, they will have taken shape. If you stow them away, and the only reason didn't do this with the Ensign is because I didn't want him to think it was a worthless scrap of metal and just walk away from it, is that when you stow them away or are no longer in contact with them in any way, shape, or form, they return to the size of basically a 4-inch wide diameter piece of scrap metal. They literally look like a piece of scrap metal. Also, another thing you will inherently know about your weapons is they cannot be used against you. So if they are taken off of you, they cannot be used to cause you, the bearer, harm. They will return to this scrap of metal, and they literally look just like that. A scrap piece of metal to anybody that is not attuned to them. And there is only one attuner that can be attuned to these weapons, and that is you. So these are solely yours. You cannot be disarmed of them forcefully. You cannot be have them used against you. Like I said, they are yours and yours alone. So if Keith wanted to try and strike Ensign with his sword, he would not be able to.
All right.
Look, can we get out of here now?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. I'll walk out with my sword on my shoulder.
So
It's
as
actually not
you
that
all-
heavy.
So as you all walk out of the room into the chamber, you see Vess and Alandris standing there. not too far away from a guard drake that clearly was not there the day before, but it is very much so dead. And you also see that this room is littered with more dead bodies than was there before.
Am I going crazy or are there more?
I think I know what Elandris is doing.
Oh, Lan,
Yes?
I am sorry that I offended you by calling you a messenger boy. I had considered it a compliment.
You don't need to apologize.
I got the same reactions when I said everybody would have a choice between a gold coin and a baby. Does that offend everybody?
You'll have to enlighten me on the means of what you just said, but not right now. Let us move.
Okay.
We need to get back to Leosin and make our way.
So, thank you for clearing this out.
Meaning that we're going back to Greenest, or is he already on his way?
We will have to stop in Greenest long enough to retrieve Leosin, and then we will be on our way.
All right then.
Where's the shit in the house?
You guys make your way into the one chamber where Langdodros's still dead corpse is laying on the ground nearest the stairs. You guys make your way up through the stairs.
I kick it as I go by.
Hell yeah, you do. You guys make your way
Fucker.
into the up to the stairs, and as you kind of make your way onto the landing to make your way to the next set of stairs, you kind of glance over and you see a dozen dead kobolds lying on the ground, bleeding out. You guys make your way down the next set of stairs. You see all of the kobolds there are all dead. You guys spend, 20 minutes getting to the cave entrance. You make your way to the cave entrance. You guys come out of the cave entrance. There's, smoke billowing out of a couple of the old fires. And you guys slowly start making your way back towards the town of Greenest.
My eyes do not adjust to this light very well.
Okay, as soon as Keith is out of that cave, he's gonna be like, oh yeah, I can show you guys now. And Keith will find Steed, and a skeletal warhorse will appear.
Okay, shit's just getting weirder.
It nearly, I think, gave me a heart attack.
Alzana fell on her ass the second she saw that.
This is what I was talking about.
Okay, can I touch it?
Yeah, no, you absolutely can.
I'll go up and pet the bones.
All right, I have many questions, but I actually have one main one. Are we trying to draw attention to ourselves on the road? Because a skeletal horse will definitely do that.
I mean, it's faster than walking.
For you, I agree, but the rest of us don't have skeletal horses or real horses, for that matter.
Yeah,
I got thick
most of us
quads.
also don't have wings.
I do have wings, but I still can't fly as fast as a horse runs.
Valid.
Well, I'm still going to ride the horse.
Right.
I mean, just keep it at a trot, please.
Ensign and Vess,
if you want to get on.
I think Ensign and Vess, the two of you would realize very, very quickly once Keith kind of summoned this horse. With the way he looks, the way he acts, the way he talks, a skeletal warhorse, probably not out of his wheelhouse, and nobody in Greenest maybe will probably bat an eye, because they all know that Keith is a little weird.
A little.
You know what? Honestly, here it's probably not that big of an ordeal. Everybody kind of knows Keith, especially we're going back towards Greenest. Anywhere else we go, might need to put the horse away.
Or can you clothe it or something? Put a skin on it.
Okay, Keith, how about you make me a deal? No bony warhorse in major cities. It might scare people.
Yeah, you're right.
It will scare people.
I mean, it.
All
Okay,
right,
fine.
all right. I won't bring it out in big cities. You're going to have to tell me when we are actually at a big city.
Okay.
But I will put him away.
Perhaps when we draw closer to El Terrell, put him away altogether.
Oh,
It could have you jailed.
I mean, I can just do this, and then the warhorse will vanish.
Good, do that.
I mean, I can just do that. Like during my 4 hours, my body like fixing itself. I was just like thinking like I have access to a little bit of magic. Why not work on it? So I did, and I will resummon it because like, again, Kate does not want to walk.
Fair enough. 1 second here, and I will have your warhorse out on the field for you.
Alrighty. Well, let me zoom in on the screeners map.
Oh.
Big horse.
He's considered large, so yeah.
Yeah, like honestly, if someone else like ever gets started walking.
Do you have a name for your warhorse?
Not yet.
Okay. If you have a name, let me know, and I will update it for you.
I'm going to think of a name for it, but I haven't had a chance to come up with it yet.
Call him
So,
Chesterfield.
No. I will not.
You should have 1 second here.
Yeah, if anyone else ever gets tired of walking and we're not near a major city. Horse.
I mean, it's a valid assumption there, Kate, but I don't have an issue with walking. I've got thick quads.
I kind of got that from you. Honestly, your quads went from looking like a regular person's quads, and like I don't know where the muscles just kind of bulged out of your quads. Honestly, it was one of the most horrifying things to witness.
How do you think it was horrifying for that? It immediately ripped my pants.
You
That was
should
part of why it
now.
was scary.
You should now have access to the warhorse, being able to move it, and it should be in your journal.
Oh, let me check my journal. Yes, it is.
Yep. Perfect.
Horsey.
There's your warhorse.
Yeah, in case it's just gonna be out. He's gonna be out on that.
Got no issue with him being on a warhorse. We go back towards Greenest, walking with my giant ass sword.
You look ridiculous with that over your shoulder.
Fine. I don't know what to do with it. That it like.
Immediately, like it's like you inherently know that just by thinking about unstowing it, it's almost like it just shrinks down, and it's like,
Hold on. Think about it. Pops back into my hand. Think about it. Shrinks back down. Think about it. Pops back into my hand. Okay, that's lots of justice. I'm gonna shrink it down and put it in my pocket.
so you no longer have to use an action or anything like that to like don or doff your weapon. It is just automatically in your hand at any time that you think about it. Same for you,
Convenient.
Sam. Same for you, Asylum. Partner and Jessa, you both have jewelry,
Necklace
so it
and-
doesn't matter. Also, because I forgot to say it, so D&D Beyond doesn't allow me to do this. Jessa, for this, it doesn't matter. But you guys also get a +2 to damage. So if you roll, like if it says it's a D6 or whatever of damage and you roll a 4, you can add additional 2 points. So just make sure that you guys all are aware that all of your weapons should be dealing an additional 2 damage in comparison to what it already does. And for those of you that are still using D&D Beyond to check your modifiers, they should already be doing that for you when it comes to a weapon attack. It just doesn't do it for the spell attacks for some reason. So yeah.
We go
So we have
find
+2 to
Leosin.
spell attacks as well.
Yes. So spell attacks and damage are +2. So
Huh?
because Sam and Darren had taken weapons, I gave them a +2, so I gave you guys a +2 as well. And then because Asylum hadn't chosen a weapon, but because he wanted to have a ring, and the name was super cool, I wanted to give him the name of and I split it up into 2. So his is a soul gained, or soul lost is a life gained, or something like that was the name.
So the ring is a soul lost.
Yep.
The glaive is a life gained. Yeah, so the original thing, like, it was all one thing. A soul lost, a life gained, like separated with a comma, to kind of represent like Kaith, like being, like just his existence.
And for partner and Jessa, I would have done something similar for you guys, but you guys don't really use weapons, so that's why I just left it as items.
Got the dirty bunny necklace.
Dirty bunny.
Dirty bunny.
Dirty bunny.
Dirty bunny's now in a necklace and he's never going away.
So you guys spend the better part of the morning traveling back to Greenest. It's quiet, too quiet. Bandits are not on the road like you, Ensign and Vess and Kaith would know. These roads have been infested with bandits lately. You guys are able to make your way back to Greenest without any hesitation.
Honestly, that was nice.
It was,
Quiet.
but also kind of unusual.
Well, we all
I'm
know
not
this
gonna
is
question it
very-
right now, to be honest with you.
They literally did move on. They said they would.
Mhm.
You make a point. Well,
It's
okay,
strange.
where's Leosin? Keep.
Probably
As
where
you guys,
most everybody is.
As you guys kind of make your way into the fenced area, you guys come across 6 armed guards at the entrance, and you guys can talk to them or pass through, whatever you want to do.
Better yet, do they know us, or are they gonna try and stop us?
Greetings.
No, the guards, as you guys kind of step up, like get closer, they have this look of knowing towards Ensign, Kaith, and Vess for sure. I mean, Cade and Velzana, you're with them, so they don't really look at you in any bad way, I guess is the best way to put it.
Especially with
and they
Rosanna now waving.
And they definitely nod at Ensign and Vess for sure. They kind of look at Kaith like, oh, fuck, he's back. Great.
Can't keep me to.
My inclination is that he would be at the keep. I don't know why he would be anywhere else. Can we go straight there? I'd rather get moving.
That means I probably have to talk to Escobar.
Do you think he wants something else from us if we do that?
Okay, you
Let me
guys
just
go.
go in and
I'm
out.
gonna wait at the bottom of the hill. I don't
It's
want to
just
talk
in
to
and
you.
out, a quick trip.
So the guard, as you guys come up to him, greetings. How fair your last 48 hours? You've been gone for a
I
while.
fucking died like 6 times, man.
Oh,
It was rough.
Very, very rough.
It
Learned a
seems
lot
you-
about myself.
It seems you have come in contact with another companion. As he looks at the big lumbering brute that is Kyo.
Oh yeah, Kyo's awesome. He's really strong.
He doesn't like hugs.
I mean, a big strapping man like him, I could understand why. Anyways,
Must-
Escobar has asked us to deliver a message that you are to meet him at the tavern if you were to arrive.
See,
Still drinking? How long has it been now?
please tell me he's taking a break at some point.
Oh no, he has been
Fuck.
constant. Governor Nighthill has had to take over the restoration of the town. Escobar is taking this a lot harder than any of us are. I don't understand.
Okay.
Then he won't miss us if we don't
Can we-
go.
Let's say, can we just bypass him and go to the person who's
Let's
supposed
get
to?
Leosin.
I feel like I gotta go slap a dwarf though.
And
He might
Like
give us more
hard.
gold. Actually.
I don't care if he gives me gold. I'm gonna go slap him. I'm gonna rip his fucking tongue out. He's being a dumbass.
Well, I do like gold more than I like ripping people's tongues out.
Well, then why don't you go pick his pockets while I break all his knuckles individually?
It wouldn't be the first time I've done it.
I was going to take back my statement about the gold and the baby, but I'm going to keep it.
Look, that man is supposed to be protecting this goddamn
Sure.
town, and now he's been a drunk fucking asshole.
Just with you.
I'm just slow. I walk like away from town a little bit, just like rubbing my temples.
Ensign, I mean, I can try to talk to him. I mean, if anyone here is going to be doing any somewhat convincing talking, it's going to be, weirdly enough, me. Because you just... People just know when you're upset. Like, it's going to honestly just be either me, Val, or Catherine.
Don't include me in that.
Well, no, like
I suck.
no, you look approachable though. I mean, Vess can look approachable.
Hey, she's like, she reminds me of my sister. She could like slap some sense into him while giving him tough love at the same time.
Oh, I
We
know
will save
how to
that.
report myself in good company.
Yeah, like
Should it be
Vess
necessary?
Vess can be approachable depending on the situation. You know, if you find her out in the wild after fighting, maybe not, but most of the times, I mean, Vess is approachable.
In
Ensign-
court, certainly.
Kate's gonna look at Ensign like, Ensign, not so much.
No, I will agree with you. You guys want to go and deal with Esbar? You guys can deal with Esbar. If I see him, I'm gonna hit him, and I'm probably not gonna stop.
Yeah.
So as you guys are
it's
walking
gonna
and
be me.
talking and making your way into town, you watch as like the people of the town are, kind of like side-eyeing you and like watching as you walk through the town. And you guys make it to the the crossroads in the road where you would take the southern road down towards the keep. And as you are walking, you watch as like the crowd slowly starts to kind of like, they're looking at you and they kind of following after you. They kind of making this like, and it's a gathering crowd. Like there are more and more people kind of, and every time you kind of look over your shoulder, you see as more and more people are kind of like gathering on like this semicircle around behind you, about 20 feet back.
There's a
Making me
people moon following
extremely
us.
uncomfortable.
Do you feel more
That's-
favorable about going to the tavern then?
With your
I'd rather go nowhere right now.
Yeah, that's with your oh so amazing perception. You hear the words, "Hey, those are the heroes. Those are the men and women that saved our town."
I fully stop and let myself fall to the back of the group so I'm closest to the gathering of people.
Oh, that can't possibly be a good sign. Anyway.
And I turn around. Hello.
They all
I-
turn around really quickly and look like they're busy doing something.
Oh
on
no
the
no
road.
no! You started this. We're gonna finish it.
All right,
Turn
I'm
back
going to
around.
the keep.
I'll deal with them.
So you're gonna deal with them, I guess.
I'm gonna go get the monk.
I'm gonna go talk to Escobar.
So I got Vess dealing
where
with
do
the
you wanna go?
crowd, Ensign heading towards the keep to find the monk, and Kaith is going to Escobar. Kadrine and Bolzano, what are you doing?
Should we go shopping?
I was gonna
Then
go to
give
Escobar
back the
too.
gold.
So
Okay,
Okay.
you're doing that. I don't know where I'm going.
Zana
Just gonna
is just
follow
kind of
Kate.
like, so as Vest, okay, so as Vest kind of like stops, turns, looks back at the crowd, and Ensign turns left down towards the keep, and Keith and Kadrine walk towards the tavern, which is along the western road. Valzana just kind of looks around and like,
Let's go.
And then goes chasing after Cave. Like, don't leave me.
okay. All right, we'll start with Vess.
Oh boy.
They should be good.
Do
So-
they all turn around when I tell them they've been caught and we're finishing this?
A few of them do. A few of them continue to try and like strain to make it look like they're busy sweeping the road or holding up a piece of wood and somebody else is hammering it, trying to fix the houses. But a few of them do turn around.
Okay. Knowing that the rest of the group is busy, Vess sort of becomes a different person. She puts on a persona that she has left behind a couple years ago and becomes the absolute picture of a gracious noblewoman and goes person to person, shaking hands, introducing herself to those that may not have seen her in the sanctuary prior to this, and just talking, otherwise trying to keep the people busy while the rest of the group goes to deal with other more pressing things.
I see
So
this as
you
I'm
have-
walking away, and I'm just like,
So,
that's disgusting.
you know, as you kind of like reach your, shaking hands, a
Kissing
couple of the-
babies.
a couple of the men kind of like, mwah, kiss your like the back of your hands. It's a thank you, and then they go back to work. A couple of the women, they do the same thing. They gently kiss your hands, and they thank you for your service and everything you've done for their town.
Yep, there's lots of, happy to do it. So glad to see what remains of Greenest still stands. I'm certain that, Greenest will rebuild again stronger and better than ever before. Just all sorts of like
Just laying it
courtly
on thick.
bullshit.
Yep. Just
Just
laying it on
courtly
thick.
bullshit that she's been trained to do from birth.
Love it. All right.
That's
and then
what I do.
I love it. Okay, we'll move to Ensign, who's heading towards the keep. As you make your way to the Sally port that you had once fixed, that Velzana had once done, strung up with some sticky webs, you guys had barricaded, is now relatively fixed. It is open. There are a few guards there. And one of them is the sergeant known as Sergeant Markuth. You have returned. Good
Only
to see you.
momentarily.
Oh,
I'm here to pick up the monk.
Unfortunately, Leosin has left us. He went this morning.
Alright. I just turn around.
Hold.
What?
He has instructed us to let you know that he has prepared horses and a carriage for you to make the journey to El Terrell to meet him there. You will find everything you need in the stable and the east side of town. All expenses paid.
Cool. I'm gonna go tell everybody else. Thanks a lot. And I'm just gonna like backpedal real fast.
Ensign, wherever your next journey leads you, know that I thank you and the population and all of our soldiers thank you and your friends for what you have done. You are heroes in our eyes.
No, God, don't use that word. Look, we did what we needed to do to help people. We weren't gonna let innocent people die. We're not fucking heroes.
You know,
This is what you're supposed to do.
be it what you may and think what you want, but a hero is that of a person that does it without second thoughts, that does it without recompense, that does it without a commission in mind. You all saved this town, and for that you are local heroes. So please,
Fine.
ride well, take well, and return to us maybe one day when the time is right.
Thank you. I do not make any promise to return if I do not have the ability to, and I'm a hero, and I'm still going to hell. See ya.
Your home will be here. When you return, free of charge, you'll rent
Burn
is
it
covered.
down! And I walk back down the hill.
All right, Kaith, Catering, Lalzana, you slowly, you make your way along the road, and you make it up to the tavern steps. You notice that the steps have been cleaned of all the blood from that little incursion of a fight you guys had a couple of days prior. I think it was about 3 or 4 days now. The door is fixed back to its hinges as it was, as it had been kind of wrecked a little bit. And as you guys make your way into the tavern, you can see that there are a few members, or a few of the civilians kind of over here in one corner, a couple in the other, but you hear the boisterous sound of Escobar telling you, "Ha! That dragon came in. I sent all of my greatest archers at it, and they sent it away." You hear him boasting about all of these great deeds, like he was the one that had done them all.
Oh yeah, I'm happy I'm not there.
How far away is he?
He's
Oh, not yet.
So, if you remember the map, one sec, let me see if you guys are, one sec, let me just pull you back to the map. So, Escobar, I haven't done any updates, but Escobar is sitting at the big table up in the northern side of the map, where you see the 3 commoners there, basically. He's got a crowd of commoners around him listening to the story, probably like 5 or 6, and they're all just like, they're hanging on to every single word. Like Escobar is like their savior, and
Dirty
Actually,
motherfucker.
not that irks even me.
It sounds like Escobar is a good storyteller.
Yes, he is.
Do you want to
Or
see
a
the look
sucky
on his
one.
face when he sees the 3 of us? It would only be better if Ensign were here.
I'd kill him.
All right, well, I did say I would talk to him, so I will take the lead.
Oh, okay. Hey, shut up.
so for the sake of that, Ensign, where are you heading next?
I'd go back to Vaz.
Okay, so you're heading back up to the Lord Scout. All right.
No one should see this.
It's too late.
Except for
too late.
everyone you're reading.
No, that's fine. Friends shouldn't see this.
So, Kaith, you make your way towards the table. Escobar is in a full rant about, how he single-handedly bested the half-dragon champion, rescuing Sergeant Marcus' family.
He's just like, he's gonna walk up. Like Escobar probably doesn't know because he's probably been drinking a bit.
Oh yeah, he's
Man.
like swinging a tankard around. He's rosy-cheeked. He is drunk off his ass.
Okay, he's just gonna like will like his glaive into his hand and just kind of use it to like lean on for a second. Hey Escobar.
Oh,
Hey
Kaith,
buddy.
my single most best recruit. How are you today?
You know, I'm doing fairly good. Fairly good.
As am I. Drinks all around for my friends.
I need to talk to you.
Talk to me? What about? I mean, can't you see I'm busy telling all of these great stories?
It's definitely stories. But they probably don't want to. They probably don't want me to hear this rather important conversation that I need to have with you.
I mean,
So maybe just like out front would probably be best for just like some confidentiality between your best recruits. And I want to try to persuade him to come out front with me.
Sit, have a drink with me. It's been, what, 4, 5, 2 days? How long has it been since we last sat at this very table and had a drink?
We don't have time.
Oh, I'm sure you have all the time in the world. The town is no longer under threat. The dragon is gone. I killed it myself.
The audible facepalm from Balzana. It was way too hard.
Escobar, come on.
Adrian is just
Come with me.
standing, arms crossed.
You need to come with me. It's actually very important.
All right, if
on
you
multiple levels.
insist. And he'll grab the other tankard of beer that is sitting in front of him on the table. He's now got 2 in his hand, and he'll... I'll be right back. I'll tell you all about how I saved the farm that is in the west from the fire. Yes, that is a great tale. And he'll follow you out the door.
Okay, Escobar. It was just going to be 2 things. Now it's 3. I'm going to assume that Kadrine and Valzana have followed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, thing number 1. You definitely need to stop all this drinking. You're drinking way too much to be considered a ruler.
I am not a ruler. I am just the man that takes care of all of the hard problems in this town.
Kadrin, audibly scoffs.
What?
It's actually quite funny.
What do you mean? It's quite funny.
You didn't
Well,
do shit.
Dragon's not dead. Your men did not touch that dragon.
I mean,
gonna
you
kill
were my man,
him.
so did you not try and kill the dragon? Me and my men
No,
killed the dragon.
I talked to it. I used my words.
You
as
spoke
for-
to a dragon?
Yes, I did. The whole situation may perhaps have been resolved here. Has not been resolved elsewhere. So I will not be staying. And
You have...
again, the last part. Greenest needs someone to, look after it, but you are in no state. You do need to stop this drinking.
Friend, I tell you, I'm just fine. As he fucking literally face palms down the stairs.
See, there's don't help him. Don't help him. I want to help him up, and then I want to turn him towards my horse. So, I've been getting more accustomed to things, but you have not. You do need to stop this drinking. You're not going back in there. And if Ensign would have heard those stories, he would have been very upset.
Ensign is a traitor. He fucked off and didn't give a shit about us. He was leaving anyway.
And yet, he's still here.
Bullshit. He took his little elfin friend and fucked off somewhere else.
No, that's actually not the story at all, friend. You have been drinking way too much. Glad that stuff doesn't affect me. This is how it affects you guys.
I wouldn't know. I've never gotten drunk.
I don't know, but I know many a man who would put a foot up his mouth and up his ass when they drink too much.
Yes,
And Escobar, my friend, you are certainly both.
yeah.
And I want to make myself very clear. As I don't know if anyone would see it, but I twist my ring on my hand and mutter something under my breath. And Keith can probably feel it too, but the air in a 10-foot cube around Escobar gets at least 10 degrees colder. And I just say, you are not doing this town anymore. Good telling false stories, sitting on your ass. So, why don't you put some elbow grease into this town that you failed to protect? And that would be all but rubble, if not for my warning. And I would like to intimidate him straight, even though...
Roll me that intimidation,
with
please.
the help action.
Hell yeah, roll
Because
with advantage.
Keith is going to say, you get
roll
one
with
advantage.
advantage.
Because the second time, it's not going to be Cajun or me. It's going to be Ensign.
Good point. It's a really valid
It's a
threat.
valid point. Yeah, roll it with advantage.
Okay, rolling with advantage. My
There's
first
already a
roll's
reason I'm
19.
not there the first
Feels
time.
pretty good.
Yeah, like you have
All right, definitely the 19 because that second one was a 2, and my
I'm extremely
modifier
charismatic.
to
Yeah, no,
In a bad way.
intimidation It's gonna be a 19.
Sixes.
because I have no modifier to intimidation.
All right.
I should have rolled it with +6, but that's fine.
Yeah, he
Sorry.
rolled a 4, so he is quite intimidated. He
How about +7?
looks at Kadrian. Kadrian,
Damn.
explain, like, when you try and intimidate him, like, explain how it looks. Like, what, like, just give me a...
So basically, the air around him has gotten colder, but as Kadrian approached, she also has unfurled her wings a little bit. So she just looks bigger, more imposing, and the light from the sun sort of filters through in this bluish, blackish, I don't want to say glow. It's not really a glow. It's backlighting so that her wings are slightly
Dark light.
see-through. And she just, leans forward and gets close to his face. Like if you were going to lean in to whisper a secret to a friend, but she's not speaking to Escobar like he's a friend. And once she said that, she'll just pull back.
I lost many men, and it's been hard. I'm so sorry. And he just starts bawling.
What did y'all do? He's drunk.
Well,
Good grief.
I wasn't trying to make him cry.
but this
No.
this will help him.
It will.
This will help him.
Did it help
Like-
Bess when I made her cry? Because I don't think it
Rock
did.
bottom.
That was entirely different to Bess's situation. There are nuances. Kate is
It's
going
okay to make people cry sometimes. Y'all are confused.
when it is needed for, say, Greeners right now. Greeners does not have a suitable leader.
The stone needs all the
In
help
this
you
case-
can get.
In this case, this will be helping him. Keith is going to put a hand on Escobar's shoulder. Escobar, yes, you lost a lot of men. A lot of people did die. But you need to honor their memories. There's still people here that need you. What are guards without someone to lead them? They can only do so much without someone to guide them. And we're not going to be here. You have to be that person.
That's the problem. You, Ensign and Vesperia, are you're leaving. You're not staying. If it wasn't for you, I don't know if Grinus would even be
Oh,
still
it-
standing in any
it would
way,
be.
shape, or form.
well, I mean, it was standing before we were here. You were here before we were here.
We did not have to deal with dragons and
And
cultists
you're not-
and
you're not gonna
kobolds
have-
and
You're not gonna have to.
mages.
You're not gonna have to. That's what we're leaving to take care of. And at some point, I do want to come back. I do consider this my home. But until that is taken care of, that's my journey. And I have allies. I have Vess. I have Ensign with me. We're going to take care of this.
Keith, you are a good man, and he'll just like half-assedly, drunkenly, like kind of try and pat you on the back, and then he just kind of collapses to the ground.
Alright,
And
just promise me that you'll at least slow down on the drinking. And he's already out.
He's gone. He's gone.
Well, he'll remember the
Will he?
being taken down the rock bottom. Yes, it's very. There are certain events that you remember when you're in a state of mind and/or just general state of being that you think you won't remember. Like I remember the pain of being killed.
the
So,
barmaid that you guys had fought the bandits with a few days back walks out the front door and looks. All right, I will have some of his guards come and collect him. This isn't the first time he's passed out on my stairs.
well, hopefully it'll happen a lot less now.
Yeah, I think I didn't have the heart to cut him off.
You're going to have to grow a colder heart, I suppose.
Or just not want to see him bawl like he just did a couple of minutes ago. He was crying.
Yeah, so hopefully he at least slows down. And if he doesn't, you are going to have to cut him off if he isn't slowing down at all.
I mean, he was bringing in so many customers telling such great stories. I mean, he was good for business. He was good for morale.
There's good for business, good for morale, but he's still the leader of Cleanest. And he's drunk all the time. He's not a suitable leader. And that's what Cleanest needs right now, is someone who can lead them.
Then maybe Escobar should not be leading for now, and maybe we should find refuge in another leader until he is better. But, I mean...
Well, then, someone needs to be found, but he does need to slow down.
Yeah, slap him and tell him to get back to work. Works for everybody else.
Yeah.
Am I wrong again?
Well,
No,
no,
you might be
no,
right.
no, yeah, you're right sometimes.
Well, I guess I should get the guards to come and get him before too many patrons see him passed out again.
Yeah, we'll just leave
You
it here
guys-
on the step.
I hope you guys all have a fantastic journey. From what I overheard, it sounds like you are all leaving. Good luck. And may the gods favor you in any way they can. And she turns back into the bar.
Poson just visibly cringed at the gods favor you in some way. It's like,
If only she knew.
If only she knew.
No,
Ensign,
at least Ensign wasn't here.
you make your way back to the town center where Vess is being very cordial to the...
And she's still going on. Oh my. I'm just gonna like sit. I'm just like, take a seat. And
I
wait.
know you're there.
Oh, you do, for sure. I waved.
As I walk past you, I step real hard on your foot.
Yep, kind of deserve that.
But
I'm gonna wait until you're done.
yeah, once I have hit up everyone and they I've dismissed them to go on their way, I'll go sit down next to Ensign and wait, I guess.
And it's about the same time that you go to sit down next to Ensign is when Kaith, Kadrine, and Valzana make their way towards the town square and see you guys.
So, how was it?
Are we done here?
He
Where's
cried.
Leosin?
You laughed.
Right. He did cry. We all had some choice words.
Oh. So Escobar cried for some reason, and
He took out his ass.
Leosin left.
More clarification. Leosin left in the morning. He has put together a carriage for us to meet him in El Terrell. All expenses paid. We just gotta go to the other gate.
All right.
So at least I was productive.
I didn't
would
make him
call
cry. I didn't make
watching him burst into tears pretty productive.
I would have.
I mean, if you guys made him cry, that's probably a better thing, because I probably would have just broke his neck or something. I've only seen Escobar cry. Man, he needs to be drunk for that.
Can we have this discussion on the way to the other gate? We are days behind the cultists and apparently behind Leosin.
Yeah,
fair
you're
point.
right.
Not that I'm in any hurry to go where we're going, but time is of the essence, I suppose.
I don't think any of us are.
I don't know. I've never been to El Terrell, so
Me neither.
Oh god, I don't like it.
Oh, that's a good precedent.
Are there a bunch of elves there?
No, actually. Mostly
Oh.
humans.
Bunch of snobby ass humans.
Bunch of extremely religious humans.
Snobby. I keep my statement.
So probably shouldn't walk up there with the skeleton horse.
No, that's why I said on the
Yeah.
roads approaching El Terrell, absolutely not. You will get jailed or perhaps black-bagged and never seen again.
You don't
Yes,
want to get black bag, man. They tried to do it to me.
Oh, then
Alandra's kinda
should I like,
pipes
fix
up.
my face?
Alandris pipes up and looks at everybody but Vess and Ensign, because Vess and Ensign have been there multiple times, but looks at you and says, El Terrell is the most holiest of cities. I would suggest that you are all on your best behavior and maybe not draw attention to yourselves.
Okay,
have you seen what I look like?
Have you seen what we have here? We have a giant. We have a black angel.
Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna go with that.
I've lived in El Terrell, well, for the sake of argument, my entire life. But for as long as most people in El Terrell can remember.
We're also
And I
bringing in the
don't
person they don't
find that
like.
odd.
Listen,
okay, so you said to not draw attention to oneself. So should we get something to, like, change this for a bit?
and Ensign, like, don't they recognize him? Didn't he like tick off a whole bunch of people?
It's less about looks and more about the manner in which you purport yourself.
Well, he says the holiest of cities. I mean,
You also are returning with me. For all intensive purposes, I am returning home.
or so they're not going to know I'm undead.
I mean, you might do better with some color on your face, Case.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
no, I
that's
don't
what I
think
was
they're going to
thinking.
care that you're undead or reborn or.
Okay,
Well-
good.
Another
All right, so
stuffy
skeleton
city.
horse goes away, and we just follow this. I mean, that sounds good to me.
It will be all right. We'll get to my family's house. And once we're within the walls, we'll have a bit more freedom, I suppose. Those walls, no secrets, well.
I'm gonna be wholly honest. I really don't want to go back there, but we don't have a fucking choice.
Out of
Kate, you are
curiosity-
right. Somebody is probably gonna try and get me hung.
I
And with
will
that,
do
well,
everything I can.
As long as it's not a half dragon, I think
How about we
can
just
handle
cross that bridge when we come to it? If I see a half dragon in El Toro, I'm gonna burn that city to the goddamn ground.
Burn it to the ground anyway.
No, the first. You remember the last one? You literally got a part of the mark of the TMS tattoo. Don't be just killing half dragons left and right until we know more about that.
Alright.
Also,
Hold off.
because we have not had a chance to visit your 2 constitution rolls, Ensign.
Oh no.
You,
Oh, shit.
at the mention of the tattoo, look at it, and you notice around the tattoo, you notice some blue-like scales sprouting around it.
Well, shit.
Oh, what's wrong, Anson?
Doesn't matter.
And that is where we will end the episode for the evening.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Lovely. Just lovely.
Yikes.
All right, it's been a pleasure. This was a little bit more of a. I didn't know how it was gonna go, so I just kind of rolled with the punches and hoped for the best.
In the case of poor Landrius, literally.
Poor Landris.
Poor Landris, always the one that gets picked on. I mean, he doesn't do himself any favors, so.
Like,
Not
Kate
really.
Likes Landrius, like Kate likes Landrius because solely for the fact that he doesn't really have any opinion of Landrius. Like, and it's just like, oh yeah, he showed up and he started helping.
Mm-hmm. And
That's all
don't worry,
Kate knows.
Keith. And don't worry, Keith. You'll have some more information about Elandris as the campaign goes on. And
It's like-
yeah,
like,
it's gonna be
and
interesting.
Landrius is cool and Kate's silent. Kate's like confused. Like, why does everyone keep calling him Dick Nuts?
Balzana just adapted Vest's look because she's like, that's big sister Vest. So whatever her
Also-
opinion
Big
is.
sister Vest?
Not everyone has called him Dick Nuts.
You've been
Adrian
talking
has
to him.
never referred to Elandris.
It's just Balzana's loud ass.
Have
you
almost
imagine Adrian
exclusively
calling him
referred
Dick
to
Nuts?
Elandris as Dick Nuts. Up until this episode, I said it once.
It's just been Balzana. Like she's like the main one who's been hitting on him solely because
Yeah,
So the
thing.
So the thing, Keith, is the memory that you got given today. You felt like you were there, just as you felt like you were right beside him throughout the whole ordeal. And then when you got to the steps, the staircase that he had to, they had the invisible wall. Like you literally felt like you walked him to those stairs. So
That's that is an interesting image.
Quite.
and like. I guess I probably should have like drawn the picture a little bit more. So for the stairs, like I'm talking, it's like you guys were in like a cave of sorts. You guys kind of traveled. You guys had spent like many hours, days, months walking this road on and it felt like you were on a purpose. And when you got to the stairs felt like you were in like this like overly large cavern, and that these stairs were leading up as high as the eye could see. And like when you watched Elandris walk up the stairs, you just watched him walk out of sight, but it felt like it kept on continuing on and on and on and never stopped.
Yeah, like part of why this is like super interesting is that, like, obviously that was Kaith, and Elandrius that had a very similar marking to Ensign, of course, altered at that point. So it's just funny, like Kaith has come across Elandrius again. Kaith knows that he knew Elandrius. And now there's a similar situation going on with Ensign.
Mm-hmm.
This is like, it's like an aspect of history has started to repeat itself. Because Keith does have that purpose. He wants to stop the cult of dragons. How that goes, we'll see.
Yep. And how more memories come up is going to be great, and to see how that builds. To see how Kadrian and Valzana fall into the story is going to be fun. I'm still trying to figure. I'm going to be honest. I'm still trying to figure out how to work Valzana into this. Other than she showed up through a portal. I've been working really hard at trying to get Kadrian into the story. So I think we're almost there. So it's going to be fun. But yeah. For all intents and purposes, we will call that a wrap, and we'll see you guys all next week. Until next time, may your dice be as unlucky as our rolls. Bye for now, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Farewell.